So I graduated film school about 6 years ago, and in order to do so, you have to shoot a student film. This was probably one of the worst bodies of work I've ever put out in my life, in my career. I told myself I was never gonna release this video, I was gonna keep it hidden away forever, and just kind of forget about it. But what better way to get views than clickbait yourself? So we're gonna watch this video, and hopefully you have a little laugh. Everybody, welcome to another video. If this is your first time checking out the channel, my name is Jordan Polmano and I am a Central California based filmmaker. Now, this video I don't really have anything planned other than I'm gonna watch the video for the first time in like 4 years and just kind of tear it apart. This sequence was actually kind of dope. I filmed this in a parking garage. This was all on like the old Blackmagic 4K camera back when it just was like a big block. It looked like just a big, I mean, I don't know how I even shot on this thing. It wasn't rigged up at all either. Healer with the X like the prescription. I thought it was clever. Alright, that first scene wasn't as bad as I thought. It was actually kind of cool. But it goes downhill pretty quick after this.
And now our top story for the evening.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, here we go. This doesn't look good.
The Curatio has now healed a confirmed 1,300 terminally diagnosed patients. This so-called healing device has created an immunity that...
Just looking at this shot, I mean, you can literally see where all the light sources are just like pounding light on him. There's no depth at all. Pretty much all these shots in the rest of the film were like up against a flat wall. There was no... I didn't know how to like properly block scenes.
...for years, and is being used by who some call the healer, otherwise known as James Hopper. He visits patients only during the late of night to avoid being detected. But what is the government trying to do? With hospital attendance down and no need for health insurance...
This wasn't even like in the same house.
He visits patients only during the late of night to avoid being detected. But what is the government trying to do? With hospital attendance down and no need for health insurance, many government officials say that this device is costing the country valuable dollars. Officials say that finding this man has proved to be challenging since the general public is virtually silent on his whereabouts. Our news team caught up with FBI officials to ask what they plan on doing about the situation.
We currently have 2 undercover FBI agents out there looking for James.
What the hell is that audio effect? It's just my voice with like a slight pitch shift on there. It's not even like, it sounds like a pitch shifted voice.
Right now, they've come up with a lot of knowledge on where he might be.
Doctors say there's nothing they can do.
Oh God. Okay. This is literally the worst scene blocking and like set design that I've ever done. I literally cleared out my living room and placed the entire bedroom against a wall. So you're gonna see that here. Look how bad this is. God.
Can you?
Out of focus, for one. Also, where's the over the shoulder? That shouldn't have... Look at that freaking harsh shadow right there. I don't even know what lighting I was using. I think I was just using like... Oh, you know what I did? I rented like one of those Lowell tungsten light kits that has no sort of soft diffusion or anything like that. It literally is just a harsh light kicking right on him. Looks like Peter Pan's shadow. Hold on, I'm gonna watch that again. There's no suspense built up in that. The machine turned off and then she just woke up. The pacing in this whole thing is just embarrassing. Not bad. He's out of focus. I don't know why I'm literally focused on the car. I'm focused on the background. Okay, there you go. Not bad. So if you haven't figured it out by now, which you should have because this is obviously written well, there is a massive outbreak, let's call it coronavirus, and this guy figured out a cure, but people don't want him curing people, but the machine is wanted, not him. I probably should have put his face on the paper, not the machine, which was just a nebulizer that I had because I think my sister had mono or something when she was younger. I don't know. Didn't need that shot.
You have to help her.
Oof. Oof. Again with everything pushed up against the wall. Also, there's a little light right there. You can see the light source.
She hasn't been able to eat in over a week.
There's literally no source of lighting on this character. And then we go over here.
Over a week.
2 lights on each side, but the middle of his face is just gone.
And now they say it's only a matter of time.
Character we didn't see before. Nice little rack focus there, and I missed it.
Officials say that finding this man has proved to be challenging since the general public is virtually silent on his whereabouts.
Okay, that shot right there, I didn't put any sort of filter or anything to show that that was a flashback, because that was a shot from the beginning of the short film. I could have put like a little something there so that you could tell it was not happening right now. There's nothing there. There's no, again, no suspense built up. It's just, it kind of happened. Oh, okay, I think this scene is actually kind of dope. Yeah, that was cool.
You're not an easy man to find, James.
Jeez, what was I using to record this audio? Oh, I was using this mic. It's embarrassing.
So why'd you do it? For fame?
Okay, the lighting here is actually good. You know, you got that little, I don't know, I was just going for the dramatic effect with no sort of no, the lighting's not really good. I should have lit from behind. Had a little negative fill on this face.
For money? Why? You owe this nation millions! Do you have that kind of money just sitting around?
I'm not gonna front. That's kind of a dope frame right here. This whole little setup, this looks a little more cinematic than every other shot. I don't get why this wasn't a part of every other scene that I had. You know, just a simple 2-shot over-the-shoulder type of vibe. I could have done that with most of the shots in this, and it would have looked way better.
You're not leaving here until we make this right. How can we make this right?
Ooh, there's a machine.
Tell me how you make it. Tell me now! And I'll let you leave with whatever shred of dignity you have left.
You're not gonna like what's coming next.
Try me.
Oh! Oh, he said that! Oh my god, look at these credits. What kind of font was I? Oh god. Okay, so that was obviously bad, right? It's like I had the first scene with the car and I had the last scene and I was like, oh, I got these down. This is sick. But there was no consistency in the cinematography or the filmmaking. It was like all those little filler scenes I didn't know how to properly block at the time. And so I just kind of like placed lights up and shot it. And you can tell, I mean, it looked really bad. There were some little nuggets in there that it wasn't terrible. So it wasn't a complete embarrassment, but this just kind of goes to show like how far your work can come in a short amount of time. This was 2014, so I had already been shooting video for 3 years at this point. When I shot this, I had no narrative experience. I was shooting music videos and like random little tidbits and stuff. I had never really practiced pacing and blocking a scene and all this. And I learned about it in film school, but you can't just learn by the book. You have to actually go out and practice, and I wasn't really doing that. So if I had to go back and do it all over again, I wouldn't have written this like huge elaborate short film piece that I had no clue how to do. There was another guy in the class who shot this super amazing short film, and the whole time I was just like, how did he freaking do this? And every time I looked at the shots, he didn't shoot more than he needed to. He didn't have extra angles that didn't make sense. It was really straight to the point. Lighting looked amazing. You could tell he had practice shooting narrative pieces. And what I should have done is shot something catered towards what I was already doing, which was like music videos and kind of like documentary pieces and stuff. Instead, I tried to do too much, and I took on more than I could chew, and it shows. And it's a really embarrassing piece that I never really cared to show to anybody, but I thought, let's make a video about it. We can laugh at it. And hopefully you can tell that my work has come somewhat of a long way since then, but it's just how it goes. It's, the more you shoot and the more you practice, the better you're gonna get. I had the opportunity to shoot a lot of cool narrative pieces when I lived in LA, and I like to think that they turned out a little better than this. I just shouldn't have shot this for my student film, and I ended up passing, but I could have gone back and done something that was, one, a little more meaningful to me at the time, and two, something that I could have handled a little better. But that's all I got for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you had a little laugh at some of these shots. If you liked this video, and if maybe it helped you at all, if you're in film school and you're kind of figuring out what you're gonna write for your student film, give it a thumbs up, hit me up in the comments, say hello, subscribe if you're not already, and until then, I'll see you in the next video. Later.